So this is going to be the final video topic ratio question. Is objective 12B using scales to measures. We'll actually be looking at map scales. This is a numerical value. There's also lines that are drawn. We consider this things. We use a ruler or divider. Many of you, if you're looking at geometry, that usually a device with points. So let's say you were to put one together, one for the kilometer, or if you preferred to figure out what a mile is from one. If you have that set like that, when you go to the map, you would know mile would like on. Of course, this is a zoomed in version of a map scale. Did this enlarge it so you could see it. So that would correspond to, like, for instance, you did have from 0 to 1. Place it on the map, you can tell where a mile is. Or you can also find distance between 2 points by measuring on the map and then using the scale of 24,000 find the distance reality. So let's look at this map of the Bahamas. It doesn't have a numerical scale, but this arrow is 100 miles long. I duplicated it for the center at New Providence, and I draw a circle. Everything within this circle is 100 miles from the capital of Nassau. So all of Andros and all of Eleuthera, southern portion of Abaco. Everything else seems to be more 100 miles. So this is why sometimes the mailboat take a little while to get to some of those. So the second thing we want to look at is the numerical scale. So this scale says 1 to 24,000. This means if you were to magnify the map, 24,000 times would be the actual size of every map. So that means that 1 inch on the map would be 24,000 inches in life. So if you were to divide this by 12 inches, looking at 1,000, dividing that by 3, 600 and 2/3 of a yard. And if you divide by 1,700 yards, this is the numerical value in 7. It's approximately 3/8 of a mile because the mile is 3/8, 0.375. So 1 inch on this map would be equivalent to approximately 3/8 of a mile. So there are two ways that they can question view distance on the map. So the map would be represented by the 1. On the actual distance, you need to multiply this 24,000. That going to get 120,000 centimeters. So centimeters, as 100 centimeters is be divided by 100, you're going to get 1,200 divided by 1,000 because 1,000 meters kilometer will end up with 1.2. The other way that they can give you the actual distance and ask you what is the distance on the map. So in this case, the 33.1 kilometers would be a larger number, so you need to divide value. This is in kilometers, but you probably need this in centimeters because when you start dividing, well, as you can see, if you try to take 3,000, it's going to give you a decimal number. So what we want to do is we want to convert the kilometers to centimeters. So if we have 3.6 kilometers, multiplied by 1,000, I'm going to tell you how many meters it is. So this is 36. And now if you want centimeters, 100, that's going to be 3,000 centimeters. Now we can take the 360,000 centimeters, 1,000 centimeters. You had stopped at meters where you took the 36, would have got 5. I don't want to repeat the number. Dividing this by 3.6. How many decimals? How many numbers after the